It's a wild morning, but yeah, welcome to my Tuesday.
Every time I would put it on, I would always just feel like my real hair would just be better.
Don't laugh, I'll be right back. Before we get into today's video, I wanted to introduce today's video sponsor, and that's BetterHelp. As many of you guys know, BetterHelp is an online mental health platform. One of the best, if you ask me. It's definitely the route that led me to therapy just because it's so simple and convenient. I'll put a link down below to check out the website, and if you sign up today, you're gonna receive 10% off your first month. I'll put the link right here so you guys can scan it on your phone, and I'll also put a clickable link down in the description box. I've been using BetterHelp for a very long time, actually a couple of years now. And for me, it was really just about seeking mental clarity on a lot of things, just dealing with some of the things from my childhood and toxic family dynamics and things like that. And that went on for a little while because I needed to do a lot of work in that area, as you can imagine. When I first chose my therapist, I was definitely looking for someone who specialized in, treating people with anxiety and narcissistic abuse survivors and childhood trauma and things like that. And I made a lot of progress with my therapist throughout the years, but what's so great about talk therapy is that you do start to notice the improvements over time. And my therapist called it out. She's like, look, you've come a long way. She even noticed the change, and I did too in a lot of ways. So I had to make the decision to move on and focus on other areas of my life, and I did make that change. So I don't work with the same therapist anymore, but I said that to say this: with BetterHelp, they make it easy for you to make such changes, and for whatever reasons you need to make the change, right? If the therapy fit is just not working because you're finding that the therapist can't relate to you, or you're finding that the scheduling is rough, or anything really, you can change who you talk to. And that's just what I love about the platform. It's user friendly. It's like therapy for like the modern human, and I ain't gonna lie, I love not having to get up and get dressed and leave my house to go sit in an office. I would much rather do therapy from the comfort of my own home. It makes me feel more comfortable. It's more convenient. So this is just a quick message for those who've been kind of on the fence about it. You've been thinking about starting your therapy program, but you're not sure. Now is a great time for you to start because you're gonna get a discount on your first month. Again, check the link down in the description, or you can scan the screen right here to try out BetterHelp. I think if you've never done therapy before, it can be kind of a scary thing to get started with, but being able to do it online and in a way where you can stop the therapy or change the therapy at the click of a button, I think this is a great approach to getting started. And I wish you guys all the best on your journeys, and definitely keep watching to see the rest of today's vlog. Okay, let's get into it. I think you're almost too big for this seat. Here you go. Got enough room? Good morning. You're watching my real life vlogs. Welcome back. And we are on our way to a dental exam. Let's get it. I'm trying to pump myself up. It's too early. Girl, what a morning. So yeah, we're headed to an 8 o'clock dentist appointment, and today is a run day. So when I get back, I have to fit in that thing. Before I left, I made Ava's breakfast because her therapy appointment is this morning. Anthony had a late night, so I was trying to not bother him, let him get some extra minutes of sleep because he is gonna have to get up and facilitate that physical therapy. It's a wild morning, but yeah, welcome to my Tuesday. Drinking instant coffee because we messed around and ran out of K-cups. I can't even believe we did that. I have instant coffee for like when I go camping and stuff. So I am drinking my emergency stash. It's so funny. My mom told me one time though that my grandfather used to drink instant coffee just because, And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I don't mind it. It tastes fine. Better than nothing. I needed something this morning. So we definitely have to make another Costco run. So that's on the docket. I don't know if it's gonna happen today, but it's definitely gotta happen this week. Last night I was up hanging out with the girls before bed, and I was like, we need stuff. Like I ran out of Greek yogurt, so I ended up placing a Instacart order and just ordered like a handful of stuff because I just did not want to take the girls out. Plus it was like around their bedtime. So I did do that, but that just goes to show you how like scarce the pantry is. So we definitely got to go to Costco this week. Another great exam, even though Ann was fighting for her life to get out of that papoose, but she still did good. No cavities, clean teeth. Doc said we're doing a great job. Love to see it. So now we're gonna grab some breakfast. Unfortunately, it has to be a Mickey D's because we gotta grab it on the go so she can still get to school on time. And we got her form filled out for her exam that she needed for school, so we are good to go. One thing about mommy, she gonna get it done.
Hi, what can I get for you?
Hi, good morning. Let me get the, what is it called? A sausage McGriddle. Here, Annie girl. Okay, back home. Alrighty, dropped Ann off. Everything went smooth. I hope she has a good day. Starting her day with a dentist appointment. Too crazy. And then Ava girl here just finished her breakfast and her therapy program. According to Anthony, everything went smooth. So I'm about to get changed into my outdoor run attire, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hit the pavement, get these 4.5 miles in. I think Erin is gonna run with me, so I'm getting ready to head over to her house and link up with her, and then we're gonna go to the trails. Today is kind of a tempo run type of thing, so I'm gonna be running a little bit faster after the warm-up. So I don't think Erin wants to run fast, so I think she's just gonna do the warm-up with me, and then I'm going to leave her, get my tempo in, and then I'll catch her on the way back. I think that's how we're gonna have to do it, unless I can convince her to run a little faster today. We'll see. I'm just happy to have somebody to run with me, okay? Listen, it's better than nothing. I'll take what I can get. Before I left out this morning, I pulled out this pot set here because I'm getting ready to cook some pork belly. Look at my little shadow trying to see what she can see. But yeah, I had taken out some of this meat last night. I got some ground turkey and then this pork belly. So I'm like, let me just cook it. Pork belly is like one of my favorites. One of very few meats where I actually enjoy the fat. All this tastes good to me. I love pork fat and duck fat. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna get this started before I leave because it's gonna take a long time to cook. This is what I'll have for lunch, dinner. What you thinking, Ava? Should we do it? Should we do it? So what I like to do first is get some oil in a hot pan, get it a little bit seared, nice and crunchy, and then add some broth. I usually just add some water, a little bit of chicken stock, and then just let that kind of simmer and cook for a couple of hours so it can break down and get really tender. Hey, where you get that spoon? I was just talking to Martina about BJ's first dentist appointment because I was telling her about how difficult it was for Ann today. It was pretty difficult this time around. I mean, she wasn't crying or anything like that, so that was good. It was just the physical strength part, like her trying to get away, her trying to shake her head, her trying to bite down on the dentist tools. So they had to pull out all the stops, girl. They had to use all the devices, all the assistants, everything. It took 2 dental hygienists to get her into the papoose, and the 3 of us had to hold her down because she was really just trying to get away. I don't know where Ann gets the strength from. Like, she is so strong, y'all. Like, it's unbelievable. It took 3 women to hold her down so she could get her teeth properly cleaned. But we made it through. I told y'all we go to Chicago Kids in Palos Heights, and they have the best staff for children with behavior issues, the best staff. So they work really well with getting the job done, and they do it with a smile. They do it with a pleasant persona. They don't make you feel bad that your kid has behavior problems. They make you feel welcome. They have a space for you. They have a space for your kid. They have balloons that they give them, little toys after every visit. We don't feel like a special needs family when we go to that dentist, okay? Dr. Chris, what's his last name? I forgot his name, but I'll put it on the screen. Y'all patronize this dentistry, okay? They do great work. And if you know someone who has a special needs child and they're looking for a dentist to go to, that is the one. I always recommend them. I have to give them props. They are fantastic. All right, let's get this pork in here. The sweet sound of fried pork. Got that nice sear on there, and I'm just gonna add my water, some chicken bouillon, and this will simmer while I'm gone. Got on my vest. Got some energy. I'm not gonna need it though. This is not long enough to really need to fuel. All right, but I am gonna eat this. Car keys, ID, gloves, because it's a little brisk. I got my water. I'm pretty hydrated though. Chapstick, tissue, sunglasses, phone. Oh, headphones. Headphones. Okay. And I'm gonna grab my IT band strap just because when I'm running a little bit faster, I wanna just make sure I have a little bit of pain insurance, just in case something creeps in. All right, let's go.
So how do you do your warm-up?
Got to do it right now. Say hi.
Oh. Hey. She's gonna run me out today. I want to be like, I'll be like, wait for me, Vaughn. Wait for me.
Ooh, I hope I don't get hurt today. But good thing we're starting off slow with the warm-up. That's gonna help. We're ready. We're ready. Yeah. We ready. Let's get it. Let's get it. We did it.
I kept up.
She did.
She's fast. She's gonna kill it.
You didn't think you would, but you did. You did so good.
I was dying in the beginning. Took me a little longer to warm up, but we got a pro on our hands. So good seeing you.
Thanks for running. Okay, back home. Took a nice shower, feeling fresh and clean. Lunch is almost ready. All right, there's the pork belly looking delicious. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this white miso paste. I bought this from Whole Foods a little bit ago, and I just kept it in the freezer. So I'm just gonna add a couple of tablespoons of this. Honestly, turning this into a ramen. Miso smells so good. I'm trying to see if I want to serve this with rice. Get that light. Or if I want to serve it with ramen noodles. I might do it with rice. 2 tablespoons of this. Miso be too good. Yeah, I might make some rice with this. Make like a rice chashu bowl type thing, you know? Let that simmer a little bit and then I'll start on the rice. All right, it's time to eat. Let's get it. All right, we got some jasmine rice here. Actually, I think this is just regular white rice. Okay. I'm just gonna go with 1 piece. The miso gravy. I decided to add an egg to this, soft boiled. A lot of fat, so I'm gonna cut it with some greens. And I found this little pack of seaweed in the pantry. Just gonna add a couple pieces of seaweed in there. Chashu rice bowl. I could probably add some soy sauce, but let me taste it first. Oh yeah, so good. I'm gonna add a little bit of soy sauce just to flavor the eggs. A little bit on the pork. But the pork really doesn't need it. It's so seasoned. That's why I love pork. It just already comes seasoned. The egg is always such a treat. Sitting here watching this dude dive for fish using his GoPro. And it reminded me I need to find my GoPro. So I came into the closet. I found a stash of wigs in here. And it reminded me to do something that I had been thinking about doing for a while. Braiding hair, extensions, all different types. I've just never been able to be like fully comfortable in this stuff. Every time I would put it on, I would always just feel like my real hair would just be better. And then I would take it out in like a day. So I'm just gonna clear out some space in my closet. I do want to keep my hair braiding rack for when I come across some non-toxic braiding hair. Okay, now let me find my GoPro because I'm starting to Be like, where's my camera? Look at Ava with her bonnet. Good morning, you guys. Today is a run day, so I'm about to actually head out. I have a run partner this morning. Erin is going to join me, so I'm gonna try not to kill her. Today we're actually just doing an easy run, but I'm excited to report that I found my GoPro. I found it, and here's the thing. So the good news is that I found it. The bad news, though, is that, girl, I had this camera for like 2 years and I have not even ever used it. But with all of these trips coming up, all this travel, I need my GoPro, you know what I'm saying, for various reasons. So I have the GoPro 11 Hero Black version. It's one of the upgraded ones, it's one of the better ones. I got the front viewfinder and then I got the screen on the back or whatever. Girl, here's the thing. I was trying to take the battery out so that I can investigate it. And look what happened, girl. The top of the battery came off. So I need to order a replacement. It's in my Amazon cart right now. But yeah, girl, I'm about to be out here diving and filming and everything. So yeah, I have to figure it out. I ain't gonna lie, like I always hate learning a new technology tool. I am not gonna lie to you, it just be making me so frustrated. But good thing we have YouTube. I can always go to YouTube and figure out what's going on. And so that's how I realized what was going on with the battery and how to get a replacement and all that good stuff. There's a ton of great information, especially with the guys that use these types of cameras. They are so helpful. You know, it's just a lot of great information on YouTube in the bushcraft category, the outdoorsy category, the sports category. Yeah, so I got you guys over here in the dining room because I wanted to brag a little bit about some items that I am getting in the mail. I am so excited. As I was mentioning, I'm doing a lot of travel this year, and one of the reasons is because I'm hosting retreats. I'm hosting group travel experiences this year, and the first stop is going to be Bali, Indonesia. And I want to make it nice. I want my travel guests to get a great bang for their buck. I want them to see the value. I want everyone to feel VIP in the way that I would want to feel if I were to join a travel group. So I got a lot of my brand partners involved in making sure that that happens. And we're doing that by way of gift bags. I love doing gift bags. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. Birthdays, everything. I'm always putting together gift bags. So let me show you guys some of the items that I'm going to be including in the Bali gift bags. And if you are one of my subscribers and you're coming with us to Bali, cover your eyes on this part, okay? So just a little sneak peek. I don't want to show y'all too much, okay? But yeah, I'm trying to put all this stuff together now. I'm working on some creative projects as well as it relates to my retreats. And I'm so excited to be hosting my first retreat. I just can't even tell y'all, like, I'm just so excited. I'm overwhelmed with joy. It's gonna be so much fun. And let me show y'all something else. Don't laugh, okay? Don't laugh, I'll be right back. Don't laugh, even though I was laughing when it came in the mail. Girl, look at Ava trying to come get it. I have it in the garage so the kids don't mess with it. Y'all, I had to get this hat. I had to get this hat. Girl, I had my auntie cracking up when I showed her this. Girl, I'm gonna be living when we get to Bali, okay? My auntie was like, all you need is a little bike. I'm like, actually, yeah. I wonder if we can rent bikes when we're there. That'd be so much fun. But yeah, y'all, this is something I ordered off Amazon. It's a handmade bamboo hat. Like, it's legit. You can tell when you look at the craftsmanship. You can tell it's handmade. And I'm just looking at it, all the detail. I'm like, wow. So I know they're probably gonna be selling these, you know, on the ground there, but I had to have it, y'all. Like, I was just so excited. So yeah, just getting all of my orders and stuff together and preparing myself mentally, trying to make sure I prepare my group. We just did our 4th video call, which was so much fun. The calls are not like all dealing with formalities with the trip. Some of it is just kikiing, you know, getting together, getting to know one another. A lot of the ladies are traveling solo, so it's very important that they make connections before departures, and I'm all about it. So we've been having a great time, y'all, and I'm gonna keep y'all posted, you know, on future trips. I do have one I'm working on now for spring 2026, so if you missed 2025, get your coins together for the next one, because I will be dropping that information very soon, and I will be opening up my bookings for that. So keep your eyes out for that, okay? Don't miss the next one. If you miss these two, Bali and Costa Rica, don't miss the next one. I've just been in here doing some preliminary stretches. We're not gonna run for like another hour and 30 minutes, but I'm just getting my stretches and stuff in. I was just watching an Instagram video with a guy talking about like how to prevent, you know, injuries when you're working out. And I've been looking at content like that more regularly these days ever since I've been training for this marathon. And what I'm realizing is that out of all of the things that are being discussed online around fitness, injuries is probably the least talked about. And maybe it's just me, maybe it's just my feed and the way I've curated it, but I've put a change to that. I've started like intentionally seeking out, you know, creators who are specifically talking about injuries around exercising and also like recreational competitions and stuff, because some of the stuff that I'm learning now, I'm just like, where was this information 5 years ago? You know? And like I said, it could just be me. You know, like out of all of the things I've had to overcome with this training, like when my AT band was hurting me, you know, all these different pains in my lower body and all this like weird stuff that I don't even understand, it could have all been prevented, you know? And I don't ever be hearing people talking about like working with a physical therapist when you're training for a marathon. Everybody's just always talking about, you know, the devices that you need. You need your Garmin, you need your Apple Watch, you need these shoes, you know, you need to be running at this pace, you need to be getting into this particular race, you need to be going to Tokyo and London. And you hear about all this stuff, but you don't hear about, make sure you're strengthening your hips so that you have full range of motion. You know, make sure that you are stretching even after your workout so that you don't have like all these pains and things that are restricting you from your full potential. I don't be hearing about that kind of stuff, but that's okay because I'm making a change now. And I know one of the areas that I need to work on is this area around in here. I did not realize how weak my muscles and stuff were around my hips, but I'm learning it now. And I'm just really taking the necessary steps to strengthen it, and I've seen a major difference over these few weeks. So I just wanted to throw that out there, because like even when we talk about like weightlifting in the gym, you'll often find that people will be like pushing you to like lift heavier and like do more reps, like you can do it, you know, give me 5 more. And here's the thing, if your muscles ain't already like conditioned for that, if you haven't been like strengthening the muscles around that muscle that you need to do that final rep, you might tear something, you might get hurt, and then you're gonna be down for weeks, or worse, even need a doctor and surgery, you know? So it's like a fine line between like pushing yourself past your comfort zone and like being careful not to hurt yourself. That fine line, as I mentioned earlier, is not being talked about enough, but I'm paying attention to it. And even more so for people who are new to fitness, new to getting back in the gym, make sure you're working with a trainer who is going to prioritize injury prevention for you. Don't just have them pushing you, you know, like go, 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 you can do it. Make sure they're prioritizing your safety. All right, I'm actually getting ready to do a call here, but I'm going for my run right after. So I'm like, let me just gear up. So I'm gonna be on the call looking like I'm about to walk out the door. Got on my runners. It's a little chilly today, so I'm going with a long sleeve. We're layering up with a vest. Okay. Yeah, look at my runners. I don't know, I think these are not gonna make it through the rest of the training block. I'm gonna have to get some new runners. Man, look how I beat them up. They're pretty good though. I haven't had any toenail issues this whole training block. Now I'm only almost halfway into my full training for the marathon. In about 2.5 weeks, I'll be right at the halfway mark. But I'm really excited to say that I've been training for a marathon for 12 weeks, or almost 12 weeks already. Like, I'm so excited to be able to stand on that. You know, this is such a great physical fitness feat for me, and I'm just so proud of myself, y'all. I can't even lie. I've come a long way. So today is gonna be an easy run. So I'm gonna be probably running at like a 10:30 pace. That's my easy run now, 10:30. And then my moderate effort run is like a 9:30. And then like my hard effort is an 8:30, where I'm kind of like a higher heart rate, working a little harder, really pushing myself, really digging deep. Like that's how I am in the 8s, but it's still doable. Like it's on my training plan, right? 8:30, okay, that's your hard effort. Let's do the hard effort today. Like what? I got an 8:30 mile on my training plan, what? So that's just really, it feels really good to see the progress unfold. And then if I wanna do a really hard effort, like a hard effort, I can do a 7:30 mile. But a 7:30 mile, I might be coughing a little bit. Ain't gonna lie, that might bring out the cough. All right, getting ready to head out for the run. I'm using my sugar-free white peach liquid IV. I just poured it in. I'm just mixing it up, add a little more water. This flavor tastes so good. A call went great. Got that out of the way. I was meeting with my talent manager who brings me all the great deals and helps me work with brands and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna head out and do this run. I'm gonna grab my headphones, you know, go through the whole checklist. I'm not gonna wear a hat today because I don't think I'm gonna need it, but I'm waiting on Erin to get here. She should be here momentarily, and then we're gonna head out. Hey, just up here doing a little laundry. In real time, this is a typical early Saturday evening, and I'm just popping in to let y'all know that my run went really good. Erin is getting so much better, which is a true testament to how my training is really unfolding, because I'm watching her in real time improve using my training plan. So I'm like, I got a good training plan. For those of you who were curious, I'm using the Runna app to train for my first marathon. The Runna app is great because you're able to get your run training in, but it also incorporates strength training, which is just as important, and rest days, which are probably the most important of them all. And it's a responsive program, so it's going to be keeping track of how you're actually performing, and it's going to be adjusting itself to make sure it's keeping up with your performance, and it's going to estimate for you how you're gonna do for your first marathon. So I think that's really, really helpful. So for anyone training for a marathon or your first 5K or any race, I highly recommend using Runna. But yeah, that is it for today's vlog, you guys. It's a beautiful day in Chicagoland, and I'm going to actually go outside and enjoy some of this cool breezy weather before things start to turn spicy out here. And I will talk to you guys in my next one. Mwah. Bye.